this thing out the way so I can see you beautiful people. How y'all
I like
doing?
that
How y'all?
jacket there.
Yeah,
Well,
it's an
happy Saturday.
ugly topic. So I wore an ugly jacket for an ugly topic that we need to discuss this morning, and we need to get it all out there and be um, uh, on the mission for the people. Um, Let me see what I need to be putting up here. I have no engineer this
Your
morning.
music. You-
Oh, the music
Where
coming.
your music?
The music coming. See, they always bother me about this great music. But see, I don't like it to be boring in the back. I wonder who been deleting stuff on here. Now I had stuff on here taking the journey. Y'all need taking the journey. Don't delete my stuff. Because I know what
Now
I
you know
had on
I
here
don't even know what to do.
for shares. Okay, there you go. Okay. Good evening, Bernard. Bernard, we there. We here. We in the house. Dame Brown Dawgs, how you doing, Dame? Okay, Bernard and
Hey, hey.
Melinda Gwen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Melinda. We got some something to discuss this morning. As soon as I could get that music that Robert loves loaded up. Hey, hey, hey.
There it is. Lord.
See, something you might say something so profound that we got to have music to it.
And the music.
Yeah,
Okay.
the music
All
is
right.
so it just won't be dry. They say, "Oh man, that's powerful what he just said." Y'all share, 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 share. We're out there. I invited a couple other people in case y'all wanted to come by. Todd Rhodes and John McMasters, in case y'all wanted to, y'all can. We're going to be talking social media and what we do on all the platforms that we have. See, people are jealous because we're doing what we're doing. We're bringing information to our community. Now, take it, all social media isn't good. But the majority of it is the greatest tool since light bread. And so when you have something like this, you have to be able to use it, and we're using it. Okay. We're going to talk about Adam Van Brimmer in a minute because he should have just attacked Linda instead of he want to take an opportunity to swipe at these ladies also. So that'll be our first subject. Just want to say good morning to everybody. We got Pat Rosser on the lineup too. All those things are coming up.
Hey, he's providing the light, Bernard. He got to sit by the window to provide the light.
He might jump out it. So
No, I don't.
we're going to talk about the crazy things. He might jump out it. So let's get it queued up for the first thing. The first thing is we're going to talk. What you say, Adam Van Brimmer, Jamal?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to Adam Van Brimmer. Which one is Adam? I got to see which one is Adam. No, that's Rossiter. Here's the Van Brimmer one. And it was all the way to the end. We need to bring it back to the start. So you could start it, Jamal. I mean, all it is Adam Van Brimmer thinking that he can tell us what to do. It might not be in order. It might be from the back to the front because I did it, and I'm not very computer savvy, so it might be a little out of order. But in essence, what is happening is Van Brimmer is trying to tell us social media is not the news and that we should not watch it. The only way that they got the video of Linda doing what Linda was doing is they had to call me to get the video. I graciously gave it to them. I don't call them for nothing. They had to call me for it. So now he's got the video, the whole 47 minutes of it 46, 47 minutes queued up to play on their site after they got it. They weren't privy to that news. You're not going to be privy to all news, but social media has its pros and its cons, and its good things and its bad things, and people are going to always say some good things and some bad things about social media. But right now, we don't have the revenue and the funds to get into to own our own station and give people the news. The social media has given us the platforms to give our news. On this platform, we reach anywhere from 25,000 to 38,000 per month of viewers from our shows. That is low. We're about to go on a media marketing bliss to increase it to 300,000 if we can get there. With our magazine and everything else that we're doing, we want to make sure that we're bringing information and relevant information to the community, to the voters, to those people that are concerned about things that are happening in the community that WTOC, JCL, SAV, and Fox don't tell them about. So we want to highlight those things, the good things in our community, not just the bad. We want to talk about everything, but we're also going to be those vanguards that are going to stand in the door and stand in the gap and call out those players that are selling us out. So y'all get ready. We're going to do that. Whether you like it or not, we're going to give you our opinion. You make your own decision. All we're going to give you to you is like we see it. So from me saying all that, let's go with what y'all want to talk about.
I'm not calling anybody a sellout. I'm not calling anybody a sellout. I'm not calling anybody a sellout. And this is the Rontel that invasion of the watchdog. I ain't calling no. This is going to be the Rontel that invasion of America After Dark. Bernard Brown. Since you're talking about the light, but I'll say this right here. It is constantly disturbing that what got me was one of it's several things with regards to this. And one thing I'll throw out when they're going to reference calling them semi-professional activists. What is a professional activist? What is a professional activist? They're in it for the money. I thought that activists are people who come from the community who not out there, but a professional activist.
Yeah, professional activist. Go right here. There it is, right there. Most observers on council, even the casual ones, see Gibson, Carter, and Blakely for what they are: agitators who raise hell over complicated policy issues to build their political profiles. When the hell you seen them doing that? Adam Brimmer. We're gonna come up with you a damn name in a minute too. In 3 years in office, they've offered no solutions and only a limited willingness to collaborate with others in addressing our city's most pressing challenges. Because they have people like you, Adam Van Brimmer, who blocked them out. They have people like Van Johnson who changed the rules of council so that they can't get anything on the agenda that to be addressed. How can they change anything if they can't put anything on the agenda to be changed?
And if I might add to that, they have really
Robert. I wasn't finished.
They have been the only ones. I'm on the phone. That's why it's a delay.
Go ahead.
No, I got a 1 second delay, I think. But no, they have really talking about the city's most pressing challenges. Well, in my opinion, I agree with the two ladies. The most pressing challenge is poverty. And they have been the only 2 or 3 that have mentioned that. You know, you see these big ships come to the port, these billions of dollars, and we got poverty and homelessness. So I disagree with them. I mean, they have talked about the most challenging issues.
And the thing is, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, and with that, and they've had to use social media to get it out, because what happened? Savannah Morning News, Savannah, WSAV, WTOC, WJCL, WTJS Savannah Now, whatever says Savannah Morning. They would not put the information out there. So you iced them out. So you're not trying to criticize me. You have abused me. You have done me wrong. So now when I go to somebody else to not make this clarion call about what's happening to me, you're going to try to blame me. So again, you got the political icing out, and you have the media icing out with regards to it's the media that's done by these corporations. So they go to social media, then not put it out there to the people. So that becomes a way for information. So guess what? I tell folks, if you haven't done wrong to the situation, if you got clean hands, you can speak. But if you have unclean hands, and this is a situation where their hands are dirty with regard to this, and also now, if I'm not mistaken, that he goes and also, they're going to reference that Linda Wilder Bryant also is a semi-professional activist too. So that's why now I'm looking at this right here saying that, see how they turn against you? At one time, they got all this love for you, but now they turn against you and you're doing their bidding for them. And so I tell people, so again, semi-professional activists, come on now, stop with that right there. Because again, Nat Turner was an activist and he wasn't professional. So when we go look at some of the professional activists, guess what? They're the ones that will make deals at times. They're the ones that basically work against the people. They're the ones that will basically keep the same situations happening, telling people, take your time, be still, don't say anything, shut up, be quiet, wait your turn. And then still the same issue is still going. And still they've been saying, again, as Robert said, that again, it's been about poverty. They've been expressing that. It's been about crime. They've been expressing that. But guess what? They do not give them an opportunity to put it to the forefront.
Yeah. And the funny thing is he want to talk about social media, and he doesn't have the connections to find out things that we do. And then he want to call, they want to call, the Savannah Morning News want to call and get stuff from us. But it's funny how they can put up stuff. See, they try to frame the narrative for us. Look at the picture they put up. They couldn't find two better pictures to put up of these sisters. They got pictures. This is from months ago or last year sometime. And then instead of finding a picture from that particular incident or that particular meeting, they just go and find the worst one they can. They want to frame it to so that they can have control of the narrative. They want to frame these people in the light least favorable to them, to the community, and that's not fair. But Adam Van Brimmer, we know who you are. You're just like what the idiot that used to be there before him, forever, that retired.
Tom Barton.
Tom Barton. I told Tom Barton that he don't run anything. When we made this last council, I told Tom Barton and I told Mike Trainer what the deal was gonna be. Y'all don't run nothing no more. Nothing but vain. That's the only thing y'all run. Y'all don't run nothing no more. And nobody listening to you, nobody buying your paper. They barely watch WTOC and watch the news media. So we have to give these people the news. That's the only way they're going to get it. We have to give it to them.
Because again, and they engage in promoting the propaganda. Because again, their propaganda, they put it out there. They scandalize people, and again, and actually, they're making money off of it. They sensationalize it. That's what people, the audience, you all need to understand this. They sensationalize a lot of this right here, so people will buy their stuff, so they can get those advertisements. That's what this is about. So here it is. They are pimping you, so that way you will buy from them. They are pimping this information. They're creating this propaganda, this scandal, this scandal-ridden stuff, and this yellow journalism. And so that's to get you all to buy, so they can still make money for them to be relevant. And just like Brother Julius, you said that again, they contacted you. They contacted you to get the video. They contacted you to get the video. They didn't have access to it. And that's just like to go and say, anybody who's out there who will buy into them saying that social media is not the media, is not relevant. Because just like even some things that I've done, I posted out there on social media, guess what? It helps with regard to them not acting all that with regard to the news. And Savannah Morning News has lagged behind with regard to, but here go news stations have jumped on it. And this, we're not talking about this year, we're talking about years ago that has gone on. So again, it's based on stuff being posted on social media. They didn't act on that because again, they don't, as you said again, Brother Julius, that they don't have the resources or the access or the contacts, or they're not there in the community. How many of them are in the community? Not very many.
Yeah, and they've even shut down. You can't even get to Savannah Morning News. Where is Savannah Morning News? You can't call them to place an ad. You can't call them to place a notice. You can't do anything with Savannah Morning News no more. So it's irrelevant. So nobody's going to even be listening to them. In print journalism anyway, we've gone back to the community. We're going back to the community because they can't get everything. This thing here is crowded with stuff on it, so they can't get what they need. We're going to give it to them in their hands, or we're going to give it to them by email. We're going to send out electronic magazines for our magazine so they can get this information. He went on to say that Linda called him and chastised him for when Curtis Purdy called Alderwoman Gibson Carter a ghetto bitch at a city council meeting. And so he told Linda that elected officials are to be held to a higher standard of decorum, and the ugly behavior by one does not give others permission to act out. Attacking decorum is dead, Van Brimmer. You're talking about the old way of politicking. Donald Trump, who you probably supports, showed you that there's no such thing as attacking decorum. Donald Trump threw that out the window. All Republicans don't even believe in tact and decorum. There's no such thing anymore. So these women were ahead of the curve. They knew that they need to advocate for the people. I'm supposed to be tactful and use the right decorum because you want me to? No, hell no. I need to raise hell because you're not paying any attention to the issues that I'm bringing up. That's why they raise so much hell. They're raising hell for the people, while they're being sold out by the other politicians, getting a pat on the back in an airplane ride and being invited to those functions that they don't need to be at. Getting pennies. Pennies. They're selling out for pennies. And you want to try to tell us that they should tune off from social media. Savannah, Better Savannah brings policies and issues that people need to look at. We bring a whole gamut of political stuff that people need to look at. This is what it's about. This is Adam here, y'all. This little cheesy little smile on. And he thinks that he can tell us what to do. Man, this ain't 1800 or 1700. You don't tell no damn body what to do with that piece of paper you got over there.
We do
what we want to do because we're in control. Don't get mad, move.
What I would throw out there and say this, that and it's not even about raising hell, because that's propaganda. It's about raising awareness and understanding to the people. It's raising understanding and awareness to the people. But for the enemy, you say is raising hell because, again, you are opposed to it. You are opposed to what they are about, or you're opposed to them. So, but it's raising awareness that has not been given to the people. Is people talk about transparency. That's what this is about. It's about providing the transparency or providing the knowledge that you choose not to. You shut the door on it. You bring the darkness down. You cut the lights off, so then that way the transparency or the information can't come out. So again, don't try to be critical, but guess what? I understand that's the tactic of the enemy. That's the tactic of the oppressor. That's the tactic of the system. That you're now going to paint the people who are not trying to stand up and look out for the people. You paint them in this negative light. So then that way, some people begin to doubt. They're like, well, maybe they shouldn't act like that. Maybe they shouldn't do that. But just as you called it out, Donald Trump and many of his minions, that even goes back with regards to when Barack Obama doing State of the Union address, and somebody said, you lied, Republicans.
Right.
Then you got Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is now doing the same thing. That you show that you see that they have no decorum. But then guess what? You all say nothing about that. And so I'm saying when you're talking about it, be fair across the board. And so I say that all people who are looking at this right here, understand that when they come at you, don't be feeling bad because they said something about somebody who you know or people coming from your group. Look at the fact and say, wait a minute, the same thing. Go to the other side. Do that 180 and say, wait a minute. The other side did this right here. You said nothing about it. You sitting silent with regard and you being complicit with regards to their ugliness.
Mm-hmm. And man, look, you said something, Robert?
No, I was gonna say, what is interesting is when the people that look like us buy into that propaganda. I find myself, and you all too, out and about in the community and telling our people, you might see troublemaker, but actually they're out here advocating behind closed doors for things that other people wouldn't advocate for. And you talked about transparency. I think the three are the only transparent people on council. So, I don't know how you all kind of engage with people who buy into that look like us, but that's disheartening too, to try to help them understand, no, they're not troublemakers. They're advocating, and they're advocating in a hard way.
Well, and that's true. And I had two people, I had one person call me and one person I ran into who saw the rabble with Charlie Brown going off on Van Johnson and asking the people, what has he done for the Black community? Absolutely nothing. Charlie Brown was adamant. He was passionate about what he was saying. And both of those women were supporters of Van. Even though I talked with them and everything, they still liked it, Van, until Charlie. They saw it on the rabble and they say, we got to relook at it. Both of them not talking together. I ran to the one on the street and and then the other one called me. And they bougie women. Now, here it is. They got it off of the rabble to listen to what Charlie Brown was saying. So don't tell me social media ain't the news, because Adam Van Brimmer, you wasn't telling her that. You was with the shenanigans. You weren't the Savannah Morning News and WTOC and all other stations. They weren't saying that. All y'all do is make this man Hollywood Van. He's everywhere in front of a camera, building his profile, building his career, instead of building the people up. And that's the problem in our community.
Again, I'm not attacking anyone personally. I'm just a guest on the show.
You don't have to give a disclaimer.
He's just a guest on the show. He's not a person, but he just said that this was run tail Don't worry, Van got something for you. He got something for you. He brought you one of them bones back, them chicken bones Linda was talking about. Then he found chicken bones. He brought you one of those bones back from the event Thursday. But here it is now. And they tell us that we should get back a little bit. That we should get away from watching social media. Why should we get away from watching social media? Social media is the only information where people feel comfortable that they're going to get it. They're not going to get a 30-second snippet of what happened at a shooting on 32nd and Burroughs. They're going to get information from us. They get that from you all. They're going to get what they get from us is information to help them feel great about their community and help them want to be involved and engaged in it. That's what we're up to. That's our mission. The three of us, you see us right here, and everybody on these platforms is that. Bernard, I sent you the link. So I don't know where you're at, but I sent you the link.
Come on. Bernard can't come on. Please.
Oh, no.
No, please.
I sent him the link 10 minutes ago.
But
he need to come on. Play that video. Play a video while he's coming.
I'll share this, though. In the 1960s, during what we know as the Black Power movement and the Civil Rights movement, what was going on, independence movement, what happened? The meeting, I want to say, was in Detroit, when you had activists all gathering.
Semi-pro?
I got them in semi-pro. That's right. Some of them later on became college professors. That they meet, and I want to say it was in Detroit. And one thing that they said, for us to have independence, one thing they said, we must have our own media. So you have our Black media. Guess what? That's a part of that, because everybody understood there in the 1960s. They understood because the larger ones were not going to put it out there. So we got to control our own media and tell our story. So when they come at you, or anybody checking out the show right now, when they come at you talking about social media is not this right here, say that, no, this is part of a historical legacy right here for us, our own story, that we do it electronically right now. We do it digitally right now. So because we understand the others, when they do it, they're not always going to look out for us. And even the faces look just like us. It's not just about police officers who go and do wrong against us. People look just like us who are in media also do the same thing, because they are looking out for themselves and maintain the system. So guess what? What you see with our Black media, it is a part of that legacy that goes back to the 1960s in particular, when they said, for us to have independence and freedom, we got to have our own media. because they understood that we got to have our own television station, our own radio station. That's what they said. Our own print media at the time. That's what they said. And that's how I look at it. That's why we do what we do. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, there go the man. Can you hear us? Jamal don't want him to hear us. But anyway,
not I.
It's just crazy how they think that they can control what we do, and by him writing some bull that we're supposed to oblige him in doing what he says. We don't give a damn about you, Adam Van Bremen. Not one damn penny, not 1 cent, not one iota that we care about what you say. You know, it only happened that we even got it is because somebody sent it to us. We didn't even know anything about it because we don't read it. You don't read ours. Oh, yeah, you do spy on us. What's up, Bernard?
Hey, what's up, my people? What's
There
going
you
on?
go.
Okay,
There you go.
Yeah.
What? Jesus, get away from that window.
He's spreading the light.
Oh, I think I got the wrong one up, man.
Man,
John, what's the issue? Because Bernard went to a school called Tompkins, and he has an issue that I had to call him out again via social media, via the news, when he cheated and threw one of our players across the fence because we were whipping up on them. And Herschel B. Jenkins was beating Tompkins. He got upset about that. So that's why Bernard still got some issues going back in time. But that's why we put out there in social media. See, this is the news. John now has the information. John can share. John, we say share. Share from Better Savannah.
hey,
Yeah.
John thought I was 7 foot.
Alicia said, "Don't go spread negativity."
Hey, you know what? My question is this: Why we as black people in our black community? Why in the hell? Why do we have to explain anything to anybody? You know what I'm saying? Why we got to explain? Why we sitting on here explaining to this joker about what's going on in our community, where he got all the sellouts on his side, and I can call them Van. Okay, you got them. So at the end of the day, let's stop being scared, Black America, about telling the truth. RG telling the truth, Jesus telling the truth, Jews telling the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. If you don't like it, social media is social media. Social media is real news, not the fake news that y'all be putting out. So at the end of the day, we don't have to explain nothing to nobody.
Oh, and I just want to make sure that everybody know that, you know, anybody can come on the show. If you got a side and you want to tell your side, just call us. We'll give you the link to get on the show. We're just like the news, but we're fairer than the news. So we'll give you. Mayor Van Johnson, you want to come on? Come on. We done invited you 1,000 times. Come on. And I'm going to say this because what I want to say is that, Dietrich, you want to come on? Linda, you want to come on? Any of y'all want to come on? Come on. Don't be jealous. Just come on. Because, see, we want to give Dr. Jamal Touré a reason not to have to black his picture out. See, this is a news vehicle.
He don't do that on Run Tell That.
Yeah, WTOC ain't gonna let you do it if somebody talking bad about him. Stay right there and stay in the picture because you got this is a news vehicle. It travels. So just because what we say is not everybody's opinion, it's our opinion. We're just here as influencers. We're here as influencers trying to give the community what is best for our community, and that's it. You know, Van Bremer got a lot up, and he's talking a whole lot and telling us what we should be doing. But we're not here to give him any relevancy, Bernard. We're here to tell his ass off. We don't care anything about Van Bremer. Damn Van Bremer. He don't control nothing we do, especially the four of us.
Yeah.
Damn Van Bremer. Man,
you know what's so crazy is somebody need to talk to these white folks in Savannah, Georgia. And I'm one of them, man. They think we still in slavery. They think we We way back. I'm a different kind of Negro. Trust me.
Lord.
You know, I'm just keeping it real, man.
Yeah.
I'm a different kind. Hey,
I know.
I don't play.
Yeah.
I like it. I
man.
like
So,
Especially when you know that you have the power to do what you want to do. There's nobody controlling us. We're not controlled by anybody. We might agree with people that are like-minded, but they don't control us. We say what we want to say, and we do what we want to do. And they have to realize that that those days are gone. I told Mike Trainer that before he left the Savannah Morning News. He understands that. He understood it after I told him he didn't think what's going to happen. What happened? I told him everything that was going to happen, and everything I told him was going to happen happened. And Tom Barton, we just got rid of time got rid of that fool.
Yeah.
But they've been here controlling the narrative forever, and that is history. We're not trying to control the narrative. We're trying to bring people in so they can read it and be a part of the narrative. They can be a part of the plan. That's what it's all about. You know?
Yeah. 1099.
Of what somebody did in their past. If you want to talk about
1099.
Talk about me all you want. I don't give a damn. What I worry about is what we do moving forward. Anything from in the past, I don't care. Now you can talk about me all day long.
Yeah. Why it's so sad that
all of you are on the air? What do you want? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk to caller like that.
I was like, what?
Caller, you are on the air. Oh, that was the illustrious Teddy Williams. He must be wanting something else. Ted, you can you want to, Teddy. He might not have been looking at the show, but I put him on the air anyway.
So I'll just throw this out too. I had to throw stuff out and these people, you say that how what they have expected from us and how they have misled us, they have basically vilified our people for eons. They have threw our people through the mud, people who've been important to us. Again, and some of y'all celebrate them right now, but guess what? Savannah Morning News and other media outlets here basically bashed those folks, bashed them. When you talk about civil rights here, I'm referencing that because y'all, that's the safe thing for many of y'all. Talking about how that's what killed time. Some people talk that's civil and decorum, that against civil rights, but they were bashing people. They were bashing very people that y'all celebrate right now. They bashed the people back then, and they bash people right now. So I'm just saying to our community, when are we going to wake up? When I say our community, guess what I'm talking about? African Americans, Latinos, Asians, Caucasian, Native Americans who are here, good people. When will y'all finally say enough is enough of y'all bashing people who are trying to do the right thing? So that's why I say, so we all are in this together with regards to this and saying, we got to stand up. It's not just about Black folks saying stand up and speaking out about it. We need everybody now also, because that now what happened, those evildoers, because when I talk about the enemy, I'm just saying enemy, but really my mind is that they are evil. These evil people who are playing these games and doing this have done it in the past. And we got to say, finally, stop, cut. We no longer will tolerate that. We want to see that what we need to do, we need to make sure that everybody's treated fairly and that information comes out there to everybody. In the meantime, if y'all are not doing it, then guess what? Our Black media and other programs that are so and businesses like this are the ones that got to put it out there, because it's obvious. As Julius when it said, anybody can come on here. Nobody's restricted from coming on any of the shows. People don't know that you can't come on. That is fairness right there. But on the other hand, with your propaganda, you don't let the other people come up with their alternative views. And so that's why I'm going to say you all have been doing this for eons here, bashing the people who meant something to us. And then today, y'all acting like y'all always been nice. Y'all always been kind. No, it's not. Y'all talking about how y'all didn't want to see civil rights here. Savannah Morning News in the 1960s. That again, we should still be caught up into segregation. So I'm supposed to trust you fully today when you still got the same mindset that, again, you bash African Americans, because we've seen you all do it from Bobby Hill. Some people may not like going up to one of the people I've used, Yusuf Shabazz, you and all that. From that time on, you have done that. And so now what you do this time, you got Keisha and Alicia in particular. You bashing them. You hitting them. Yeah, intolerable. Should not happen. But here go other people. Y'all ain't said nothing about John Recycles and stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
Talk about recycling in MLK Street, how he did that.
Yeah. Talk about bring those ships in and drop everything in the black community. No, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You right. You on it.
Hey, Recyclers had them coming in and dropping everything in the black community, and they were selling it for them. You know, they don't know the history here because some people come from the outside looking in. No, we growed up here. We know what time it was. We were small, but at the end of the day, we learned fast. You know what I'm saying? So, and that protest last week, RG and Jules and Jesus, how many black folks was there? It was more white folks than black folks.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what the thing of it is? SCAD is buying our.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but SCAD is buying our community. Our communities, rather, by the boatload.
Yeah.
And it was social media that caused it to happen, because what happened, here go these good people saw that injustice that was said on a social media post, and that sparked them. Mm-hmm. So the same thing, like that sparked them to do that protest. Guess what? We need Savannah Morning News and all the other media outlets to function the same way. To say, okay, enough is enough. We're going to stand up. That's why Chuck Fagan was there. John McMaster was there. Other folks still right there. Right. Again, people were right there because they all saying it. So we not need y'all, as opposed to trying to criticize our people and put our people down. Step up to the plate and not stand up and represent for all of us here. Truly represent the communities, because you're not representing the community. You're representing only a part of the community that benefits you all to maintain your power, the system of power.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Nah, what get me is, okay, they say Black History Month is this month and it's 28 days. Man, Black History is every month. You know what I'm saying? Black History is every month at the end of the day. And what kills me is that they come around and they celebrate it like it's a big old parade this month, and then the following month, boom. You know, ain't no different. That's what's wrong with us as black people. We'll rally for 2 weeks, and then next thing you don't hear nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna be another shoot, another after. And I'm tired of seeing Jesus and RG and Jules in the community, working for the community. Where the other black men's at? But y'all can go bash Keisha and Alicia and all of them, and they woman and they helping us. Black men, y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to wake up, because I'm gonna keep it real today. Y'all need to wake up, because I'm tired of y'all. Y'all got these women fighting y'all fight. Y'all got these women fighting y'all fight. Okay, y'all behind trees and want to do other stuff and want to sit on the corner and laugh and joke. Man, follow RG. Jewish, Jesus. I'm tired of seeing them in the community working by themselves. Y'all either gonna step up or shut up.
Yeah, we only have a few other ones, you know, that's out there that's really trying to help. You got Mars, he out there every day trying to do some things. I don't want to take that away from him. He's doing some things in the community. It's about 10 of us when we need 10,000 of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, that changes things. If we want real change, come out and vote. Come out and be engaged. Come out and be involved in the things that we're doing every day. You know, and if you don't even want to come out, then participate on these platforms. Share the shows. Ain't no sense in you watching it by yourself. Then that means you keeping it to yourself. Share it with everybody. Y'all see at the bottom of the screen scrolling there. Share it with everybody. It's nothing for you to keep in hand. It's nothing for you to hold to yourself and cherish. It's for you to give to the community. If you don't want to bring your butt out of your comfortable zone in your house, then share the program. If you think that it's relevant, if you think that it's doing some good for the community, then share it. Don't hold it to yourself. Hell, you sitting there and the only person watching is you.
Y'all gonna get the three. Y'all gonna get mad with me right now. Y'all gonna get mad with me, and because y'all gonna get mad with me. You know, I had to let y'all know this. Y'all may not know it, so I guess I'm about to reveal it to y'all and to the audience. I'd let y'all know. RG, Dr. Robert Bryant, Brother Julius Hall, Brother Bernard Hollywood America Brown, that they are activists. See, that's why my thing, when they had said that, what offended me about that, because y'all are activists, because y'all are saying things, y'all are making things, y'all are out there, y'all are activists. See, that's why when he had said that semi-professional activist, I'm like, it comes from the people. Each one of y'all are activists.
Where do we fall at on that problem? We semi-pro, we pro, we junior varsity, we midget.
Right.
What do you think? How do I get out of that semi-pro position that Adam Van Brimmer done put people in? You think he can put? You don't make nobody Adam Van Brimmer. You don't make a damn soul. You don't even make a damn good newspaper over there.
Oh, Lord.
When you step out there and you begin to speak out, Bernard Brown speaks out and said, and he said, this is what I'm feeling. And he now put it out there and tell people to act and do something. That's an activist. RG, when he's not coming about policies and putting it out there, and he runs for political office, that's being an activist. When Julius Hall is out there saying, hey, speaking up, that's an activist. So that's why my thing was like, I was trying to figure out, what is a professional activist?
And where we going?
A professional activist.
We doing news on social media. We got magazines that we're doing. Here's the Port City Review. You know, this is the newest issue. We got the Black History one coming out in 5 days. 4 days. We got Hello Savannah, the Christmas edition of Port City Review. We're actively advocating for our community. Van Brimmer, are we semi-pro, or do we have to have a certificate? Is there a damn school we need to go to? What makes it? Why don't you tell us what makes a professional activist, since you call them semi-pro? What the hell are we then?
I guess when Fannie Lou Hamer got involved, she should have been called an activist. You know, Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture, shouldn't be called an activist. You know, Malcolm is not an activist. That Ben Van Clark is not an activist. You know, Reverend James Smith, not an activist. Bishop Henry McNeil Turner, not an activist. You know, because I'm like, yeah, Brother Julius Hall, when you said it, like, yo, you trying to create a category. So I want all you in the audience to understand that when you stand up and you speaking out, representing for the community, guess what? You are an activist also. People may not like that. I said some of y'all may not like the title, but that's what you're an activist, because you saw something and you said something need to be done. And that, just like Bernard was saying, stand up and speak out. Julius said, stand up and speak out. When that is happening, you are being an activist. When RG said, hey, enough is enough, we need to make a change, that's being an activist. That means that you are actively involved in doing something and trying to touch other people. You're not just doing it. You're telling other people, hey, 10 of y'all, 5 of y'all, 1 of y'all, people who I know, get involved and do something. Get out there and vote. Get out there, stand up, go take care of some children. Go. That's an activist. See, again, that's why I'm like, that offended me. Because I'm like, professional activist. Because I've seen, I've seen some professional activists, but guess what? They jump from one thing to another thing, and they really don't care about the people. But real activists are concerned about the people and about change, whatever it is. If it's from environment to people to communities, whatever your thing is, that's what you think. You're an activist, and that's necessary, and that is needed.
Yeah. It's no different than you go to the Stillwater Tower on Waters, and you go to the duck home on Skidaway, and you go to the other duck home that I go to on Bull Street. You go to them, I guarantee you won't find one supporter for Van Johnson. I go there every day, and these are the people that we need to be reaching out to, because they say their voice is not being heard and they're afraid to speak up. So I've been here for 3 months. They're afraid to speak up, and they've been here for 20 years, but they ain't afraid to tell me what's going on at the end of the day. Period. Man, we need to get rid of that mayor. We need to change leadership here, and we need to move in the right direction, because right now I do not know Savannah, Georgia whatsoever. And Jesus, you can leave, you can come back, whatever you got to say, but it is what it is. You know, ain't no political correct politics. Hey, I ain't a political person. I'm a people person.
Look what his hat say, Bernard.
Hey, what does that say? I can't.
It's a Van fan. But Bernard, you know what it is. you know, a lot of times, and I've seen this, you know, being around with people, you got candidates, I ain't talking about one in particular, that talk down to the constituents. So they don't want to talk. They don't want to share what they got on their mind. They don't want to talk about the issues because they feel like either one or two things. You're going to write a blank check, or you're going to talk down to me as if you're going to be here now and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not how you represent your, but at the same time, the individual you mentioned, it's like, well, why would I share my interests when you're going to go protect the wealthy?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's interesting how somebody broke this down to me the other day. Every senior level official in Chatham County look like us. Think about that.
Yeah.
But we so busy tearing each other down, how we get anything done? And everybody business. So you got the mayor over here and the DA's business now. Help me understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Basically how united is the African American community against, he said, the charlatans. I didn't say that's what he said, the charlatans. And so I just throw it out there. Understand what's about to happen in 2024. We're about to see some things happen that cause us to become divided, to further divide us, because again, they're going to be playing off the sympathies of people. They're going to be playing off the relationships with people. They're going to have people afraid. They're going to do all the scare tactics that have always gone on to make people fearful about what's about to happen, what the future will bring. So then that way that they have no hope. And so that's what's going to come. Or they're going to do something to get people to get soft with that. Okay, I understand. As opposed to saying, like, listen, you had opportunities, you didn't make any change right now. I mean, when you had the opportunity, why should I trust you right now? That's just like in a relationship that somebody who's an abuser, and they go and abuse you, you in turn then go and say, I'm gonna leave, and they tell you, no, I'm gonna treat you right. I'm gonna treat you right. Come back. So that's something that we need to be thinking about. We need to be thinking about that, and we need to understand that's about to happen. And so, John, again, that's the African American community that's gonna be hit like that. But guess what? Same thing is happening in the Caucasian community also. Same thing. They're gonna try to use civility, just like how Rebecca and John and Chuck threw it out there. They're gonna try to use civility and decorum to say that look how ugly they have been, and so we don't need to have those type of people there. We need to have this type of people. We need to have these type of people there. We need to have the happy people, the nice people, the kind people, the people who speak softly and don't carry a big stick. And I'll have the ones that, again, who like say, hey, listen, I'm not a threat. I get along.
Yeah. 2028. That's all I got to say. 2028.
That's a long way up.
Hey.
You in 2028? What?
2028. Yep. 2028.
I don't think what is 2028. Yeah.
That's 4 years from now, after the 24th.
After the next election.
Yeah. I'll be already writing and change address and all that, Because something got to change.
I'm trying to get
that's deep. Read that right quick.
Oh yeah, that's
what go back to John's comment.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing. Yeah.
That's so real. That is so real. That is real right now.
But remember, it's not just gonna be African Americans, it's gonna be all the communities. That's what I was referencing. That's what's gonna happen. It's all of it. All of it. And so Nazareth, what it is, Lazarus, I mean, my brother. But the deal is that again, we got still to keep doing what we're doing. We don't budge from that. Keep going. Just like information that you put out there, you've been doing this for decades now. The same thing. That's what we got to do, because the other people want us not to put the information out there. They want us not to think that we're activists. Like something's wrong with that. I'm a professional activist. I get paid for my activism. Guess what? Most sincere. Well, I'm saying this. Your sincerity is greater than that money that you're getting from these other people to be a professional activist. Because you got the heart, you got the design, you got the purpose. Because that way, you got that divine purpose in your life to be out there and stand up and speak out, and change the world. Yeah.
Sometimes people get to a point where they get tired of being sick and tired. At the end of the day, and sometimes, man, y'all know, sometimes, man, you got to cuss folks out for folks to listen. And I got a good dictionary with a lot of cussing in it. If y'all want to borrow some, because people listen when you start cussing them out and getting on them, man. Because enough is enough, man. I'm just tired of seeing what I seen, man. And Savannah, Georgia is not the Savannah, Georgia that I was raised in. I don't know what this city is. I mean, y'all got
it's called tourism. It's
Yeah.
called tourism. And then and that's the thing that kind of sometimes irks me, Bernard. You got the major picture of tourism, and all the money goes to tourism and anything attached to that. But yet we got our people living in poverty, and you got our people fighting the three who's down there trying to alleviate that. That is the craziest thing I've seen in my life. And so you got folks, why they gotta act like that? Because you get tired of seeing our communities not get resources. You get tired of seeing our folks live in poverty and can barely pay their bills. That's why they're doing that. And the sad part about it is us criticizing them who working for us.
Yeah.
Help me make sense of that.
Yeah. And people got to realize SCAD is a development company. They come and take stuff and tear it down. They're using the school as a scam. Believe me, if they coming all the way after a while, they're gonna own everything in Savannah. They're a development company, people. Yeah. Don't sell y'all home to them. If $50,000 ain't no money, $50,000 like $50. Keep your property.
Well, last I looked, we couldn't go out in these other areas and build homes. So now you want to come over here where these people have built their homes from the ground up, and now they're valuable all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have never seen so many black people in Port Wentworth, so many black people in Pooler. So I guess all the black people ran out there, and then all the white. I have never seen so many on Henry and Anderson. There's more white people. I'm walking around. I thought, I was like, what's going on? I ain't seen not one black person in there.
Park Avenue?
The street that we used to walk. Somebody, y'all tell me, y'all give me some answers, because I don't know.
Well, it's called what do you call it? Relocation.
You
go ahead and you relocate.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I haven't wanted to tell all y'all something.
Go ahead.
Yes. Greetings to everybody and the East of Jesus. There's got to be a time where you can come on and not have to use disclaimers or what have you. You do everything sort of sticking your head underneath your arm to, hide. What are the people going to do? Gang up on you? But
we will.
Bernard, you were definitely spot on. There was a time, yes, that neighborhood was populated just the way you said, but now the policy of displacement and replacement has taken place. And I'm going to go ahead and jump off and listen to y'all and continue the good work with our black media. Thank you.
Appreciate it, sir. Appreciate
it. My agent. That's my agent.
I know. He got to try to come at me. Then go and get Bernard.
That's my agent, Jabbar. See, I got people in some high places that you don't even know about. But man, this from the outside looking in, it's terrible. My little friend, she's my sister Carolyn, and she came down. She from Atlanta, and she moved down here, and we both said the same thing. What's wrong with these people down here? Can somebody please tell me that they are free to do what they want to do?
Bernard, you and I talked about this, and I want you to share what you told me. About the comparison and the contrast, because I think you were spot on with that.
Yeah. I was saying that the difference between black folks in Atlanta and black folk down here, black folks in Atlanta not scared. Black folks in Atlanta stick together no matter what. You know what I'm saying? We eat together, we commune together. If one brother or one sister need help, we help them. And we don't take no mess in Atlanta. Our mouthpiece is loaded. Down here from starting at Effingham all the way in Savannah, Georgia, these black folks scared to talk. These black folks scared to tell these white folks or whatever about themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're gonna get arrested for saying what's right. Man, y'all need to come on, man. This is a whole new different day. Y'all acting like this big 400 or 500 years. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to step up or shut up or just. Time got to be changed, and if it just take us four or Jews plenty more to do it, that's all it took. It ain't took Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King started it, and then everybody jumped on board. And then I know good well Martin Luther King and all of them turn over in their grave right now. to see what's going on. Everybody who look like us ain't for us, y'all.
Bernard, Jamal can tell you that even when King was coming here, everybody here didn't want him. You had those ones who didn't want him to come in.
Even with Reverend Mitchell, Reverend Mitchell was out here advocating strong. Mm-hmm. Whether you like his policy or not, he was probably one of the only ones who wasn't afraid. And it baffles me when we got people out there like Reverend Mitchell, like Alicia and Keisha, and then us get mad at them when us don't even know what the hell going on.
Yeah. And
us will assume so much and look dumb as hell, and they out there fighting for us.
Well, we're going to finish breaking Van Brimmer down on the rabble on Wednesday. We'll finish breaking that down. I have it in order so we can read it. Let me see what I got. We up next is the Patrick Rossiter invasion.
I want to throw this out real quick because I want to tell people, don't be fooled and think that one place is worse than others. Because now, one thing, Atlanta has the largest wealth disparity in the country. So that's why I mean, and then that's why I'm going to say, if that was the case, we would not see the wealth disparity. Right now, the crime in Atlanta, again, Atlanta and other cities, and people go and look at it, they say Democratic-led cities that look at the crime right there, and you still got the issue with Buckhead not want to become its own city, and they're trying to contribute to crime. So I go and say, guess what? It's black folks all over. So I got to stand up for this area right here, saying what you see here. The same thing that you have. Let's say you got 500,000 people in Atlanta, and you got 1,000 activists there in Atlanta, getting other people. In Savannah, you got 100,000. You got 100 right here. So, and the same thing I say in New York. New York, you got 2 million. Guess what? You got 20,000 activists. But when it comes down to it, the percentages are the same. And so, and that's why with all of us, I say we got to understand wherever we are, we got to come together. Because in fact, people try to tell me about Los Angeles and how wonderful Los Angeles is. I said, guess what? You got Mexican Americans who get black folks out of neighborhoods. They're terrorizing black folks. And when I said to people in California, you know what they do? They look at me because, see, they thought nobody knew that. And that's why I try to empower my people, tell them, say, listen here, when people come at you, you hit them not saying, guess what? If it's all of that, then everything will be wonderful. But right now, I'm letting you know the deal. It ain't all of that. So what if you are here right now, step into that environment and help the people. So I just want to throw that out.
And you true.
Yeah, we all that. I'm like, no, it's not. Go. Some of y'all won't even go to the Bluff. I messed with you about that. I said, how many of y'all go to the Bluff? And I'm just do this last thing. I asked you about going in Jacksonville. I asked them about Moncrief. People go to Jacksonville. Oh no, I don't go to Moncrief. And I'm looking at them like, the same thing you might try to say here, you got the same thing where you at too. But
But I was in White Bluff last night, Jesus. I was in White Bluff last
night. Come on, White Bluff now.
I'm talking about the Bluff.
Okay. But on defending them like you defending them down here, you got 10 mouthpiece here, and we probably got 30 mouthpiece up there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So and it's like
a much larger area. So
and it's like this. It's like, okay, so now, wherever you at, clean. Let's worry about our home here, Savannah, Georgia. Let's worry about Savannah, Georgia. And we know the problem. Let's get Savannah, Georgia on the right direction. Whether it's less, more, or whatever. Y'all got a big problem down here on Bay Street and at the Capitol. And that's where they're at on Bay Street. You clean Bay Street out, that Capitol House, then you clean Savannah, period.
That we plan on doing. Two things before we move on to Rossiter. Two things before we move on to Rossiter. Today is not my birthday. It's all over Facebook that today is my birthday. My birthday was January the 9th of last month. My birthday is come and gone. And the day is not my birthday. I got several people calling me already talking about they missed my birthday. No. Two people called me close to me, and they were with me. They called me for my birthday. Now, I take a birthday every month, but we not. It's not my birthday. Hold on. Oh, yeah. My producer my nosy producer say somebody liked it and they popped up. That's my wife. She said somebody had liked it. That's why it popped up again. She the producer
But a
that
side
don't
note on that.
She the producer that don't produce.
I was gonna say a side note. How does Tara? Tara. How did her husband have a birthday every 4 months? Tara's got around. Every 4 months, she celebrated her husband's birthday. I've been
Bring that producer on with you then. There.
That's love.
Tara, her husband have a birthday. Tara announced her husband's birthday every 4 months. I was like, I thought Jerome just had a birthday.
Lord.
And the second thing before we go, the first thing is this is not my birthday. It popped up because somebody liked it late. They a month late liking my birthday, so it popped up. But it's not my birthday, it was last month. The next thing was Melinda Gwen Thornton said, is the magazine, does it have a subscription? No, it don't. We don't have a subscription right now, Melinda. But you'll be able to get, this is the Port City Review here. No, that's a Hello Savannah. Hello Savannah there. We got the Hello Savannah be out in a couple of days for the February Black History Month edition. This is the January edition of
Port City Review.
Port City Review. And for Black History, Black History Month is coming up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's coming up in a couple of days. 5 days we'll have that edition out. But it's no subscription. What we send it out electronically, and anybody that isn't on our it might have went to your spam, because I'm sure you are on the list to get it. So check. We'll make sure that you get it if you see it coming from any of the Port City Review or Our Black Media, any of those emails are all things relevant. We'll send it out from different emails, and you'll be able to get get that edition, all the editions, all the past ones and all. Just put you can get on our email list. Anybody that wants to get on it that we don't send it to, I think I sent it to all y'all because all y'all are on my email list. So I put my whole email list into the system to send it out. So you might have went to your spam. So we're gonna get on to the last subject, because I know we ain't got but 20 minutes to talk about this, and we're gonna talk about who's who and who's coming up in these elections. Jamal, you don't have to go nowhere because this is your subject, and you like he frozen.
You like that? Jamal, I know you didn't bring that to the table.
You don't have to go nowhere. This is your subject. Do we need another Rossiter? We don't need a Rossiter. We don't. You do. I don't know what, somebody erased my thing. I thought I had something else up here for that also. But we don't need another Rossiter. Period. And Jamal, you can is that there he is right there. Jamal, you could take over.
All right. Pat Rossiter's father was an alderman here in the city of Savannah. Mm-hmm. So Pat Rossiter has decided to run for the former seat that was held by his father. And I share with I should say this, me and some other young activists discussed last year that some politicians tend to think that political offices, seats that they're running for, because their mama had or their daddy had it, that it belongs to them. When
now and beyond.
Those seats are right. Those grand, uncles, like nephews, nieces, cousins, aunties. I'm like saying, no, those seats are for the people. And so you're thinking you should run for office because, again, you're going to reclaim your father's seat, essentially, and then bring civility to city council, bring decorum to city council. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. So let's let y'all know this right here. Democracy is ugly. As I say about Alderman Bernetta Bryant Lanier, but long before she got on there, democracy is ugly. You would not have the United States if it was not for to have democracy, if they didn't get ugly. If they didn't get nasty about it. That's what happened. You have to call the Civil War. That was ugly and nasty. So politics is ugly and nasty when you're trying to fight for what is right. When you're trying to say no taxation without representation. You thought that was right and that was correct. And people say, we agree with that. But you now are saying that, hey, listen, we no longer want to have groups of black people held in captivity anymore. So it is ugly when another group of people say, no, we want to keep them in captivity. It is ugly. They break away from the federal government, break away and start their own government. It is ugly. But again, democracy is ugly. And so sometimes we get caught up into feelings and sentiments like they shouldn't have to say that. They would not have to say that if you give them an opportunity to speak. But when you deny the people, guess what? They now will go ahead and engage and have some conversations that some of y'all might not like because y'all want to have civility and decorum, which means that some of the other people say, like Rebecca Rose, that now that means just be quiet. Chuck Fagan, be quiet. John McMaster, be quiet. Just don't say that. Chirp, 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 chirp. There's no more chirping. It is not speaking. And so that mentality, that thought, we cannot let that run our government. Just being quiet just to get along. We have seen what has happened when we just get along. You still have the oppression happening to people's lives. You see people being killed by police officers and no real justice coming about. And that again, people should have known better and should have spoke out against it, but choose not to speak out against it.
Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead, Bernard.
No, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. And like I'm bringing back again, you know, when they say federal Black History this month or whatever, I guarantee you, if everybody in the United States of America really and truly do they study about America, it will be, trust me, it'll be hell. It'll be hell. And see, that's the problem. Those folks don't want their grandkids, kids to know Black history because of the truth. At the end of the day, everything you see we use and whatever around here in America, Black folks build it from top to bottom. Just like that light, red light, green light, yellow lights, Black man. I can go on and on and on. Do your history. Just because your father was an alderman, that don't mean you can make a great one. At the end of the day, there was weighing sheets, now they weighing suits. So pay attention.
And badges. But anyway, we won't go there. But you look at Governor DeSantis. You see what he's doing down in Florida. You know, he's making it criminal for you to talk about anything African American.
Mm-hmm.
And it baffles me how, you know, the citizens of that state haven't just protested, marched, something. But how can you make it criminal to talk about what your people did to our people?
Yeah.
Why is that criminal when they beat us? Well, our ancestors killed them.
Yeah.
That was okay, right?
Nah.
But we can't talk about that.
They keep saying that they don't want their kids to come home traumatized about it.
But a lot of people were traumatized.
Teach them not to teach them the right history, and then you ain't got to worry about that. And you got Georgia Day and everything else, and you're throwing your culture, your history, and everything on us, but we can't talk about ours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's and I get back to this because Jewish, Jesus, RG. The reason why is because we let people do us all kind of ways.
Exactly.
When are we gonna stop letting these good for nothing do us all kind of way? Until we stop it, they're gonna continue to do it.
Yeah, we got to shut Florida down. You know, I know we have our boys trip to Florida, Bernard, Jamal. But Jamal ain't went with us yet, but he was going this year. But we're gonna have to pick another destination. We're gonna have to pick another destination.
I ain't going to no strip club.
We're not going to no strip club. We're going to walk the beach.
Hey, that means Jamal going because he brought it up. That means he's going.
Okay. What he say he don't want to do is what he want to do.
What he want to do. Yeah.
And we just got this protest and shut Florida down, you know, with our dollars. But the other thing is, my producer made me forget what it was. DeSantis is doing what we have to get when we empower the funds aside, so that if you don't want to teach it, we can go around this. You don't want to teach it in the schools, then it needs to be taught every day. We cannot forget our history. They want us to forget our history. So if you take it out of the schools and you stop Professor Torre and everybody else from teaching it, then over a course of time, they forget it. So what we want to do is let's put it in the rec centers. Let's put it everywhere. We got to write books, like I told Jamal years ago, 2 years ago. We need to be creating these things and putting it into files so that it can always be here. And we need to keep talking about it. The Gullah Geechee lifestyle. We need to be talking about it. Everybody needs to understand. Gullah Geechee just means that you're black. It doesn't mean anything. It is black. You're black. You got to understand that you're black. Don't be telling, oh, not Gullah Geechee. You tell a damn lie. Look in the mirror.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, America will remind you.
Yeah. Trust me. God ain't like you say.
Thanks, Clarence Thomas.
Next
God don't see color.
Next week I might have a Groove of Thornton on, so he can talk about it. He just calling me now. Mr. Thornton is calling me, and Mr. Thornton, I'm doing a show, but I need to have you on the show like this here to talk about history, especially Black history. We're gonna have you on Wednesday night, so we're gonna try to set it up for you too. So I'm gonna call you back after the show unless you wanted to say something profound about Black history. Okay. Yeah, I'm on the show. I'll call you back in a few minutes. All right. Yeah, so that's Mr. Thornton from Straight Talk. He has his show comes on at 7:30 tonight.
You know what?
After Small Show. Jamal, you had your hand up.
Go ahead, Jesus.
And to share this right here, and it's going to probably add fuel to the fire, because I was going to say this, but then Julius made a comment. So brother Julius made a comment. It's going to add fuel to the fire. And I shared this with some people. I said that if you think of who's probably the most evil person of the 20th century, the most evil person of the 20th century, the most evil person, the most horrific person of the 20th century, if you think about that person, this person bragged and said that he knew Black history. And who was that person? Adolf Hitler. Hitler said that he knew Black history. Hitler said he named that he respected Booker T. Washington and Paul Robeson. And he named other people. Booker T. Here go I'm saying Adolf Hitler in Germany told a Black man who's from Savannah, Georgia, in a meeting with him, said that I know your history. And what he said that essentially you all don't know your history. That's why you all are treated as third-class citizens. That's why they let you all, because you don't know your history. And so that's why you all don't know your story. And he said, I respect Paul Robeson and Booker T. Washington, and named some other people, but the ones he respected. Paul Robeson, Booker T. Washington. How many of y'all know Paul Robeson? I'm just throwing out the audience, not understanding who Paul Robeson is. But here you go. The most evil person that some people said in 20th century said he knew Black history. He been talking, and it's a Black man that he's sitting down with who's from Savannah, Georgia. The only Black person, the only African person that ever had a conversation with Hitler from Savannah, Georgia. And so that's a part of the conversation. So just like when y'all was saying how you don't know your history, sometimes some other people know your story. Yeah, they ain't all that. I mean, that they are evil as hell, but they know a part of your story and will brag about it. And he said that that's why we feel inferior. And that's why they do us like that. That's why they treat us as third-class citizens. We feel like we're third-class citizens. Adolf Hitler. And so people don't even know that part of the story. So that's why we do what we do. And so now Julius Hall gonna be like, I done told you about that, Jamal. So that's why I'm frozen now.
No, I guarantee you, is the Black people, all the Black people in America know their history. They'll walk up with their head put in high. They'll walk up with their head up high. Trust me.
And John, that's why you need to run against him, because run for that seat for the second district, because he say he supports tourism, but he wants to respect the people. Everybody supports some form of tourism. Really, he's with the Savannah. Rawson is with the Savannah.
Port of Savannah.
Port of Savannah.
And ILA, I think 1475.
Yeah, he supports tourism to the bus out. So he doesn't care anything about the people down there. So he's lying. He's double talking about how he supports this, but he don't want this. Don't want to affect the people. dude, you're going to vote with tourism every time. And John, you can't make a difference unless you're in the race. So
right, he wants to run. Ross is running for the seat that's held by Alderman Alicia Miller Blakely.
Right. But John need to run against Dietrich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jamal is going to have, ladies and gentlemen, Jamal is going to have a Black History Conference at Johnny Mercer Theater on March the 17th. And the tickets are $10 to get in.
I'm like, what that happened?
And the proceeds go to our Black Media Network.
There you go.
Wow, that's an interesting fact. Did you know Abraham Lincoln received $4 billion in bullion gold from the Emperor Theodore II, and instead of giving us the gold, they were to give 40 acres and a mule, but they kept the gold after killing the Emperor Theodore II and used it to create the Federal Reserve and Treasury of the United States. So we should be owning the Treasury, Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
You know, if what my brother is saying is absolutely the truth, then we should be owning the Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
And see, it's information. Information is the tool that drives the world.
Mm-hmm.
And until we get that information and get in a position to put that information out, see, nobody didn't know it because the mainstream media ain't gonna tell them that, Jamal.
Yeah.
But
And Abraham Lincoln got 2 black kids.
Yeah, we're gonna Pinterest and have them go research it and see whether it's true or not. This is what this show do. They ain't gonna tell you nothing like that because you can't get no CRT. They killing that because once you get the truth out and once Black people understand how we were treated and where we are now and how powerful we can be united, we are a threat to the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
To the world. We ain't a threat just to the United States.
Yeah.
We're a threat to the world.
Yeah. First open heart surgery, Black man.
Yeah.
Come on now.
We can do this all day. We can do this all day.
They need to read it. They need to read the Black History Month edition, the February edition, which comes out on February 15th. It comes out on February 15th. They need to read that, and not this issue, but the one coming. It'll have all those facts in there, Bernard. You'll see all of it.
Yeah.
Get your subscription. We don't have a subscription yet. It's a free subscription right now. We send it out electronically right now to 22,000 people in Savannah. That's increasing to 50,000 next month. We send it out to 6,500 people in Port Wentworth. We're bringing these magazines, the Hello part, to Jacksonville and Atlanta. You will get these magazines. They're filled with information. Look at that. You got Torre with his long article in there. You got a good-looking guy so in the middle. I don't talk about guys, but you got a good-looking guy. I don't know who that guy is. They had an article featured on him this month. So you got articles written by Torre and Dr. Bryant there. So we y'all get your issue. They do have something else in there. Let me get this one here too. Where's it at? Oh, and they got this good-looking woman here. They did an article on her this week, this month, in the education part. So y'all just y'all get it, y'all see it. We doing it over here, Adam Van Brimmer. I don't know what you're doing, but we doing it over here. We bringing information to our community that y'all are failing.
Yeah. So has the February issue gone to the printer yet?
No. I haven't gone to the printer yet, and you just submitted your article. You still an article short.
Just say,
dang.
There you go. First African American. There you go.
Bam. Bam, baby.
because one of the articles that you want me to do, I have like a 4 hour interview that I gotta go extrapolate. That it wasn't as simple as you were thinking. But I do have something else I can send to you. That's what I want to do. But
that's what we want. We want that something else. I don't need you to go extrapolate nothing. I need it off the top of your head. Get that article ready and send it in where it needs to go at so it can be in there for the 15th. This girl is ready. She only got 4 days to print this. And Melinda Graham Thornton, I'll get Natalie working on that for subscriptions. For anybody that wants a subscription, then they can have their monthly subscription and we'll buy it for you and deliver it. But we send it out to everybody electronically. I know I wouldn't want to I wouldn't mind receiving it electronically, but we don't mind doing it's 40 pages of nothing but information on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get a list of subscriptions, and we'll get you can add you to our electronic email subscription.
I did not come on the Watchdog to be crucified like that. I did not come on here to be crucified like that. Putting out information. My contract says aims will be discussed.
Oh Lord.
No, you didn't. I can say you didn't get no contract for that.
Oh, John had yeah, I am too, Melinda. John had a good question. Who do you think Con Rossiter in the running? Well, let's think about this. They have had meetings. They had to have had meetings. My brother Roz, you're gonna have to break those into. Let me show you what happens, Roz. See what happens? It covers everybody up. It's too long, but you can write that, but you got to make them shorter so we can put them in smaller ones like this. So but that's too long. It covers people's face, but it's good it's in the record. So if anybody want to go and read it, they're looking live. They have had meetings. They had to have had meetings. It's an open seat. Keisha is running for mayor. So that means the position is wide open. But he runs for seat number 2, post seat number 2, which is the same as post seat number 1, which is wide open. The exact same seat. Mm-hmm. And he's running for 2 instead of 1. That means they got somebody else ready for 1. So they're planning. Y'all can't see this here. These people are planning our future. If you don't plan your own, somebody else will plan it for you.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right.
Wake up.
Yeah.
That was calculated. Yeah. That's a calculated movement. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man.
They are meeting. They know who they want to run for each one of these seats. They're having power meetings behind our back. And they're supposed to. We're supposed to. We're supposed to be uniformed and unified also. But we are too busy. They have had a systematic plan to divide us forever. And it is working. It ain't just white people. It's the elitist blacks also.
Yeah. Because they're having a meeting to see how to get rid of us. And we having a meeting to see a Super Bowl party. So you see the difference? You know what I'm saying? That's the difference, man, because we allow people to do us all kind of way. But this one black man right here, and there's another 3 on this panel, we run our own show. And if we have to fight for every black person in America, we're gonna do so. And it ain't about, ain't about color, it's about people in general. It's about people in general. And like they always say, shit, my best friend is white. Like they always say, my best friend is black, my best friend is white.
But in all reality, which community has always been left behind? Which communities have always not had a chance to start at the same starting point? So when people advocate for communities of color, don't feel like they're being racist or one-sided or whatever. Mm-hmm. But this 5th district, the 1st district, has looked the same for how many years? Yeah. But Harrison Woods. But see, when you go out and you tell our people that, they get all antsy. Yeah. No, you go look around and see where the sidewalks are, where the paved streets are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Todd Rhodes. Todd is running for 3rd district. You got a lunatic you're running against. It shouldn't be hard.
Oh,
I mean, you got a Linda that you're running against. I mean,
you know that's Jamal's cousin. That wasn't right.
So shout out to you. You know, I also want to tell y'all that when I'm talking. You I also want to tell y'all that the Black History event in Garden City was canceled because of inclement weather. Mm-hmm. And don't forget about the Port Wentworth Black History Month. Y'all come out and celebrate with the city of Port Wentworth, Black History Month event, which is Saturday from 10 to 3, and Jamal will be the MC.
Oh, Jamal will be?
Yeah, he's the MC. You guys hand up again. Bernard, you guys hand up again. Yeah, Jamal.
All right. So the question, just like John posed the question, Rebecca responded. And I'm gonna let you again, what Julius said to y'all, Julius put something out there to all of y'all checking out the show. Julius asked, you got post one that's already open. Post one is already open. You know what this is about? Because Keisha is running for office. And so now you make sure that Alicia has somebody that she has to campaign against. So then that way, Alicia cannot infuse energy into helping Keisha's campaign. So because that's what that see, that's the strategy. The strategy is that so then that way, Alicia got focused on her campaign solely. And so if she might be able to blend over and help Keisha in her campaign, guess what? That's what about. It was a tactic that they had in place. And so you say again, the deal is like I said, they ain't doing it behind our backs. We're not even part of it. Again, it's about, just as you say, Julius, they're trying to plan our future and our lives right now. But that's what that's about. It's about, okay, let Alicia be tied up with her own campaign. So then that way she can't necessarily be focused on trying to help Keisha. That's what this is about. That's why, again, they got people in place. And so we have to make sure that we're going to call all of them to the carpet with regards to what their real intent are and hold them responsible with regards to and be on them all the time. Like Bernard said, not be on them for a debate or a campaign presentation today. We need to be on them the entire time up until November and just saying, let them know that, no, we're not going to go along with this. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to hold you accountable at it, not while you're in office, not by being in office, but hold you accountable when you're on this campaign trail. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to look at what have you done for us? What have you been about? But yeah, that's what this is about. It's about divert that attention from Alicia, from Keisha, so that way they can still try to get people in the office. Yeah,
and we got to let them understand.
And they're gonna be doing that with other seats that are also. So don't be surprised that somebody, like somebody pop up and do it. Then you're like, wait a minute, why is that doing? Because that's what that's about. They want the power. They want the power back. Power concedes without a demand, and they're making a demand for power right now. But we, the good people, need to make our demand for power and truly happen.
And we want to make sure that they know that that's not going to work because Alicia beat our friend Tony Senna. She beat him half the debt, and she gonna beat Pat Rosser even worse. She gonna beat Pat Rosser even worse. We're not taking anybody lightly. We're campaigning all the way to the door on every campaign. On every campaign for everybody that's with Van, I'm against you. So in the Stella Shabazz, that means you too, dear.
Oh no.
Stop saying "oh Lord," just get strong.
I know that. I gotta add commentary.
So, hey, so I'm against everybody that's with him. So y'all understand that we coming. Robert will be in everybody's door knocking after a while. It's raining today. I'll be out there with the raincoat on with it right now. But
I knew that.
Y'all look for us knocking on y'all door with as is wet out there. But y'all look for this young man. He'll be at y'all door knocking after a while, shortly in the next coming weeks. We're going to be talking to people and understanding what their issues are. You'll know what his issues are. You'll know what his platform is. He's not going to tell you what he wants. He's going to tell you because he'll be giving it to you on a card. He'll be giving you his platform on a card. He's going to be talking to you about what you want. So y'all just look for it. We're coming, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Case closed.
What? You started what?
I want to say this. I want to say, hey, send my prayer out to my co-host Ike and his wife, and send them their prayer, and America After Dark is on hold for a minute until my young brother get it. Just pray for him.
We love you, James.
Please pray for him.
We love you, James.
Yeah.
James is one of the best people that you'll ever want to meet in your life.
Yes.
In your life.
Yeah.
This is a great guy. Absolutely amazing, great guy. We love James. James is awesome. He'll give you the shirt off his back and he'll do anything for you and he'll go to any length for you.
Yeah.
So we praying with you, James, and we love you.
Yeah, definitely.
Prayers to my brother. Prayers to Judge Ike. But I gotta say this right here. They said they were not doing a show for America After Dark last week, but then guess what? Julia sent out a link for the show. They told me
I got this, Jew. I got this for you, bro. I got this. Let me tell you something, Jesus. Since you want to put this out, what happened was it came out the time Julia sent it to me. It came out, but what happened after? The incident that would happen with Ike family, then that's why it was already out. So Jesus, shut up.
Yeah. The link was Sunday morning. Then we got some emergency information, so we had to cancel the show.
Right.
So, Jesus,
so run it to LA
next Friday. We ain't canceling this. Even if it rain, we ain't canceling this, Jesus. Even if it rain, we ain't canceling this. So you be there. Y'all see Jamal Torre will be the moderator, the MC, telling the stories and giving y'all history. Y'all ain't got to pay for the tour. Y'all don't have to pay for the tour. If you come to Port Whitworth next week, next Saturday from 10 to 3, Jamal Torre will be giving y'all the history.
All right. Well, we'll be there.
And we're going to be having some greens and other stuff from Promised Land Farm also. We're going to be having Promised Land Farm. We'll be having some of that right out there. Again, shout out to our brother, Dr. Robert Brown, who came out to the farm and he got him some collard greens and he got him some cabbage also with his cousin. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Jules, you telling me that we can't drink from 10 to 3 because we going through Port Whitworth? That what you're saying?
Buddy?
Because we may get stopped.
It's a sundown city right now, isn't it?
We do not subscribe to alcohol. We do not subscribe to alcohol.
That's right. Not at the Black History event. That's right.
That's what we was built on. Alcohol.
That's a light.
Okay. So y'all get ready. Before we leave, we want to make sure everybody understands that we have some tough races. They're going to be pouring a lot of money into people like this here to try to get ready, try to get elected. Money don't vote. People do. So we need to make sure that we get ready for these races. You got Alderwoman Keisha Gibson Carter against Mayor Van Johnson, and you got Todd Rose against Linda Wilder Bryant. You got Spot the dog running against Deidre. Right? We don't care who we put in that spot. Running against Deidre and against Purdy. So we got all these things coming, So
Mike McCann's run out there against Purdy.
These people have a plan of pouring a whole lot of money into these races. They did it in the school board, and the only reason that they were successful in changing one of the 4 positions that was up, 4 or 5 positions that was up, 4 that was 4 or 5, 5, 4 that was up was because. No, it was 5 because Sean Cashmore was in that race also. The only reason that they were successful is because nobody knew who Roger Moss was, and they thought they saw a clean-cut black guy in a suit. Roger, it's the truth. He's a Republican. I talk about Republicans. Roger can come on this show. Me and Roger, all right, we talk. But I tell her like this: I ain't scared of no damn body. I'm a devil. What were you?
You're 1099.
We 1099. We don't give a damn about what nobody says.
1099, buddy.
No. 1099.
1099. 1099 mean we're an independent contractor. We sell everybody our company because we can't fire ourselves.
That's right. So that's the only reason that he won. He was a clean cut black man. Not saying that Todd wasn't, but they saw this older gentleman for school board. And so that's what happened. Yeah, he had more money. He had $200,000. These people gave him all this money to put into this race. $200,000 to run for a school board seat that pay $14,000 a year.
Damn.
You know, so you know something wrong. So they're going to try to do the exact same thing in the city races coming up. These people will be pouring money into it. They tried it with the school board and failed. That was their indoctrination into seeing whether it would work. It didn't, but they still thought that they had weak candidates. Now, if they're going to try to put the same thing up with stronger candidates that know politics, those candidates that lost were weak, not that they put all that money behind. They put a bunch of money behind 3 or 4 candidates that were just weak. They didn't know anything. They weren't connected. Now they're getting connected people to run and go try to put the money behind them. So we got to be careful. And that's why it is going to be imperative that we be unified. Imperative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's like this. We can be together. Even if we don't like each other, we can still be together. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes me and Jamal have this little issue that people think we don't like. We love each other, but at the end of the day, we're going to come together as one, period. Same thing on RG. Say, well, me and Jules, you know how we do. We is what we is.
Little boys. You know, but we're not going to always agree.
Right.
You know, and that's what shows you that we're not Fox News. This ain't Fox News.
Yeah.
We're giving it to you and letting you decide.
Yeah.
You know, we're giving you the information. We're not trying to persuade you to do anything. We're going to give you our opinion, and you can like it or dislike it or go research it yourself. Mm-hmm. But that's what we do. And don't forget, we have these great magazines. If you want a subscription, Natalie will be contacting you. You'll be getting the information for Natalie over the next few shows. All our shows will be broadcasted. So we put all our information in. It's full of information, y'all. It's full of colorful pages, everything for us, for this community. Yeah. You can get a subscription. We'll tell you what the subscription price, monthly subscription price will be to get it printed and give to you. But we send it out electronically also to you. So, but it's no cost for the electronic copy. I want everybody to know that. But if you want a hard copy, like I am old school, I would want me a hard copy because I want to see what Jamal Torre wrote and what Dr. Bryan is writing, what Natalie Leggett is writing, what Carrie Smith is writing, what Shante McLaughlin is writing, what Pat Gunn is writing. I want to see what these people, these authors, are writing. And so, and I want to see the we got spotlight on politics. We got spotlight on business. We got spotlights on everything. So we'll be giving you a taste of everything that you're not getting at these other publications. Okay. So y'all stick with us and support us, please, because we can't do this without your support. Can't do it without your support. We're trying to bring this platform up to where it needs to be. We're already on Roku TV. Go to Our Black Media and make us one of your stations on Roku TV. We're on Roku TV. The episode here will be uploaded probably on Monday. So you'll be able to see all our new shows on Roku TV. So we're on every social media platform. So don't tell us, Adam Van Primer, that we're not the news. We're doing it over here. And all those that don't want to get up, we understand, Jefferson. We understand if as long as we're on your mind and we occupying space in your mind, that's good enough also. So y'all just stick with us. We're going places and doing things for our community. It ain't about money. It's about the success of what we're doing. And it's about the information that we're giving to our community to build it. And we're not just talking specifically to the Black community. We're talking about our community, because all Black people ain't our friend, as a banana. Jamal have to stop his cam again. We're not gonna go there.
Yeah. Hey, just because Jamal look like us,
I'll do it for you.
All right, y'all share. Anybody got any closing thoughts?
Hey, put us first. put us first. I mean, we all right. Hey, we're gonna be all right, definitely.
All right.
We made a change in 2019 for 2020. We made a change, and they saw what can happen when people come together. And so, but these people are going to try to snatch that back, because what we should be going forward, but the other folks are going to try to snatch it back, so that way we go backwards. And so then that way we become basically the servants for them, that underprivileged group in this city, in this county. So they're going to try to snatch it back. And so what we got to be diligent right now, and just like my brother Bernard Brown said, be about it, not just for today, but tomorrow, next week, next year, forever. Be about it and spread the word. Like brother Julius Hall said, spread the word and let them, and be clear about what's going on. They're going to try to make you give it all up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they summed it all the way up. So I'm not going to prolong it. What you got, Julius?
I don't have nothing. Y'all know how I feel. I'm going to give y'all these last 12 comments, and then we'll be out of here. John McMasters, we appreciate everybody that's watching. We appreciate everybody that's sharing. Like I said, share. There's no sense in you holding the information. Share. There's no sense in you being on here not tagging all your friends to watch this program. And we're going to air it again at 4 o'clock today, because we got Pastor Smalls coming on at 6, and Straight Talk at 7:30, and that'll conclude our programming for tonight. America at the Dock won't be on tonight at 10, and we'll probably play a rerun of America at the Dock at 10. So y'all stay tuned for all that. Like I said, we're doing it over here. We don't care. We in our own lane. We don't care about what nobody else say or do, because we're doing what we want to do, and ain't nothing you can do about that. Who is running for post 1? They think a shoe-in.
I don't know, Rebecca.
The dude is not a shoe-in. They thought that with Tony Senna, and Tony Senna's my friend, Tony Senna. But Alicia beat Tony Senna in the ground, and she'll beat Pat Rossiter in the ground also. Jamal,
no, they're talking about post 1. They're talking about what, Alicia? I mean,
post 1.
Yeah, post 1.
Who running for that right now?
Right now, nobody declared.
They have not announced it, but yeah, that's what she was saying. They think that's going to be a shoe-in.
No, somebody filled out paperwork for it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware.
Rashida, didn't she do all her paperwork and file all her paperwork already? From what somebody told me yesterday, she's already put out all her paperwork. Okay. Come on, Robert. That's Melinda Gwen Thornton.
I love
5th district. He's coming. That's in the 5th district now, right? Cloverdale.
No, they are for the county, but not the city.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Show up to the polls. That's correct, Melinda. Fox in the chicken coop. That's what Fox is. First the school board, then the city. Those folks Julie spoke about will be moving on to the county next. My people don't sleep. You are absolutely correct, Ivan. They're going to do the city and the county. They didn't care. You saw they were pouring in tens of thousands of dollars into those campaigns. Tens of thousands of dollars into those campaigns they were pouring in. And we have to make sure that we pour tens of thousands of hours into it. It might not be tens of thousands of dollars, but we got to throw tens of thousands of minutes and seconds into advocating for the people, the right people to hold those seats. You know, Maddie, just contact Our Black Media. Just contact Natalie. Will be on to give y'all the information to get a subscription. We know we got at least 10 people want subscriptions now, and that's just the ones who heard about it. I know I would want a hard copy instead of a digital copy, so I can always have it. I can always have it on to pull up, and I won't have to pull it up on my phone. And we'll get it all. We'll get it all together for you. Okay, Maddie, you said you've been trying to donate to the show, but don't know how. I believe it's Our Black, All Things Relevant Media, All Things Cash App, All Things Relevant Media. If anybody want to give out anything to the show, it's All Things Relevant Media, and you can donate to the show anytime you want. I believe that's it to the bottom right there. Anything you want to give, That's it's just built, made to further our cause, to bring information, great information to our community. We will be getting those subscriptions ready for you can get the hard copy. You want the digital copy, just let us know. We'll put you on the email list if we don't already have you on the email list. And with some people, like I said, we had you on the email list, it probably went to your spam or junk mail or something, because we sent out mass 22,000 to Savannah. We sent out 6,500 to Port Wentworth. We're going to be doing 300,000 people in the city of Atlanta. We got an email list database of 300,000 that we'll be doing in the Atlanta metro area, and so it's coming. And Jacksonville, we're working on that for before the summer. We'll have that one out. Don't tell me to slow down and get nothing right on one. I do it all. Nobody stops what we're doing here. It's a mission that we're on to make things right in our community, to get things right. Okay, Melinda, we're gonna do our daily diligence. She says she heard Palumbo is running for post 1.
That's fine.
And this is the thing. They say Palumbo is gonna come out of his seat because they got somebody that'll take his seat, their neighborhood association guy. So Palumbo would be backing him, so he should be a shoo-in, they say. Then Palumbo would try to take his credibility with Van's help and run for post seat 1 at large. If he loses, which he will lose, then he would get a job somewhere Van would give him, but Van ain't gonna be there to give him no damn job because Van gonna lose. So I think they got it already set up where he'll get a job with CETA or some damn body, because if he runs at large, he will lose. Nick Palumbo, if you watch it, y'all run and tell him. If you run at large, you will lose. You will lose. Run at large. I dare you.
Lord.
Well, we got the host of Run and Tell That, so I guess Jesus got to run and tell that.
We do not agree with the statements that have been made on the Watchdogs.
Hey, Tom.
We are just here as a guest on the Watchdog Show. Comments that have been made, their comments, their opinions, not the opinion of Run Tell That and Jabal Toure.
Oh, Lord.
See how he put that disclaimer out there?
I know it.
Like I said, my last words will be, don't forget, Port Wentworth Black History Month. Y'all come out and support. We'll be out behind City Hall with a black media tent. Our black media tent we'll have out there. That's next Saturday. The one for today for Garden City was canceled because of the weather. Y'all come out. And like I said, if you don't plan your own future, somebody else will plan it for you. So get involved. Get involved. Right. Everybody. It's imperative. So y'all look for Robert next week. He ain't knocking on no doors. Me and Bernard gonna be kicking him in the butt. So he'll be knocking on doors next week.
That's right.
Everybody.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, if y'all don't see Robert, if you live in the 5th district and you don't see him or something from him in the 5th district, not city, not no community meetings, he need to be knocking on your door, calling your house or something. If y'all don't, y'all tell us here on this station.
That's right.
On this platform, and we'll make sure he comes out to your house and talk to you.
And matter of fact, I'm gonna walk with him. I'm gonna walk with him to make sure.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
What'd you say, Robert?
I said you heard Bernard, right?
I'm walking with you too.
Okay, then come on.
Yeah, you're talking about we all walking with you. We gonna be knocking on your doors
all
summer long. We gonna be talking to you. If you want to know and you got an issue in the 5th district, tell this man.
Yeah.
And then hold him to it after you vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're gonna
go Philadelphia.
We'll have Robin and Stella Shabazz. They can have a debate right here, moderated by Jamal Toure. Whenever y'all want. If you challenge her to a debate, you said?
Oh, man, we can do it right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's welcome to come on here and debate Robert. And Jamal Torre, the most fairest guy there is. He take his picture down every time we talk about these people. Can do.
I'm frozen. I was frozen.
Yeah, I could tell.
That boy.
So we gonna get it together.
He's in
Wherever
Kansas City.
y'all want to have it at, that's where they're gonna have it at. Okay. Anything else?
Nah, we good.
Okay. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to share. Y'all can watch this again at 4:00 on this, a rerun of this at 4:00. All right.
All right.
I'm good. Next week.
All right. Love y'all.
Okay.
Y'all be good.
Y'all. And don't forget to vote whenever the voting come up.
No. Yeah, November.
Remember, in November. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
I like that.